Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach and rule well. This is Brother Barak, and I'm coming back with another lesson. Lord willing, it's edifying and straight to the point. Now, I wanted to do this lesson, you know, based off of there's a lot here for this, based off of order, and speaking about myself and a couple of the brothers, we had this conversation, in response to a rebuke that I think that was directed towards us, and it's regarding order, and we gotta be in more order, and you know you know you know myself, and a couple other brothers, bringing out precepts, not having the full precept, um, you know, not being fully accurate when we how you say it, bring out a scripture, you know. Now, like usually when we say a scripture, we'll speak about, you know, um, we'll paraphrase it, but there needs to be order, and this goes in, you know, if you're not getting order from, who you're learning from, this uh it's you're going off. If you're not seeking counsel from your from this holy book, and from the apostles and elders, you know of Great Millstone, and the ones who teach this sincere doctrine, you know you you're going off. There's a lot of guys, a lot of other, they might have Telegram chats, Discord chats, you know, all these, different places where they're teaching, and they're not even teaching, you know, um, it's just all over the place, man, you know, and we got to take heed to that rebuke. And this applies to myself as well. I might have, interrupted brothers, or not finished, let brothers, I might be too eager to bring out precepts, you know, and we're that's not gonna happen again, you know. um and sometimes it's I might think the brother's finished speaking, and uh might think the brother's you know or there might have been a second, but we gotta be able to control our tongue. And now I got a precept for that, and it's Proverbs 29:11-20, and it says, "A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keep it in it till afterwards." So if you're this guy that's always trying to talk, always trying to say things, and then you reading from these scriptures, you basically a hypocrite, you know. So and that was something I had to realize, like, okay, damn, like, I gotta, you know, even if the brother's done speaking, you know, like, just to be sure, wait a little bit longer, you know, till other precepts are out. And that's what I noticed some of the other brothers do, and that's how we have to be. Um, we can't be like this guy that just speaking, tangents, running on tangents, and that's another thing I would, I gotta stay on context, you know, and that's just something, a self analysis, um, how you say it, self analysis of you know, of how things are, and and I here, so let me pull this out. This is the book of First Corinthians. Let's see if it's still recording. Yeah, so we're still recording. So this is the book of First Corinthians 14:40, and it says, let all things be done decently and in order. And yeah, you can't be going around here just trying to always get the last word in. Always get the, always, you know, uh, you you might have something to say, but you gotta let brothers finish, and that goes for other brothers who 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 do these lessons, and it took some analysis, um, and and it's not gonna happen again, um, but yeah, so we can't be out here trying to always talk, uh, always try to, you know, like say words, just because then that's gonna lead into, you keep mm, just speaking words, it's gonna lead into vain babblings. All right, I'm gonna get that scripture out. So this is the book of Second Timothy 2:16, and it says, "But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness." So we gotta avoid just going on these tangents, and there might be a guy that's bothering you, or you know, uh, just kind of like some demon. Well, we gotta avoid those people as well. Don't even give them attention. Don't even mention their name, because when you mention their name, man, you know, it's gonna lead into some vain babblings. So that's another thing, man. Um, and I'm gonna pull out. Let's see. So, got. I'm gonna pull out a here. I'm gonna pull out this precept. I'm gonna just pull up something on my other tab real quick, Salaki, and so I'm gonna play this clip real quick, and
And if you don't pay attention, if you don't take heed, then the Lord eventually he gonna step in and deal with you. God. Like it says here, Proverbs 29:1. He that being often reproved, meaning if you constantly being corrected over and over again, you know you being wicked, and you keep hearing the correction. Because you can fool men, but you can't fool Yahweh by Shemel Shai. God. Harden if his neck, meaning you just harden your head, you want to be hard. We know what they say, a hard head make a soft ass. Says shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. So you're not going to be able to find any solution to your situation because you refuse to repent. You got demons.
so yeah, so and this goes back to just taking heed to rebuke, man. We can't be this guy that just trying to be this teacher, trying to take the role of an elder, because you got a lot of guys, man. They get in this thing, you know, within a few months, and they already start acting like trying to be like these elders, start teaching, you know. Now, obviously, we're supposed to do the work of the Lord, the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but then they start going into the things that aren't the milk. They start breaking things out of their understanding, trying to break them down, trying to get into these debates, and trying to become like scholars, you know, and it, man, like look, and this is what happens when you have no elders, man, you know, and I'm gonna get another precept that says, rebuking an elder. This is First Timothy 5:1. Rebuking an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren. So we got a lot of guys, saying they don't need elders, you know, speaking against the elders, you know, man, like, and I was having this conversation the other day, um, and it's like how you saying it, like, man, with the elders, man, that's how you learn things faster, you know, that when you're trying to be this guy that just trying to self teach yourself everything, self taught, you're gonna learn slowly. You might learn something, but you're gonna learn at a slower pace. Whereas you're this guy that just tries to break things down off of your own understanding. And it's just that's what happens, man, when you just start, you know, yeah, man, it's just it's just I that's what I gotta say about that. You just can't like it goes back to being a novice, being lifted up with pride when you're just trying to just be this elder when you just get into this thing. You're trying to start teaching, breaking things down, and you start like thinking you know everything. You know, you trying to be this guy that knows everything. That's another thing, man. When a lot of people get into this truth and find out they're an Israelite, they might think they want to be the guy. Some people want to be that guy that knows everything, and they can't they can't when they get corrected or get wrong or get proven wrong, or someone tells them, "Hey, this is what this means." They'll keep bringing that up until they get that last say, that last word, and you know, it just goes to show, man. The spirit of these people, the spirit of humility, man, is far from them. You know, and it's a prideful thing, man. And we gotta avoid these carnal battles. Where trying to let these people, man, let them get the last word and let them get the last say in. You know, like who gives a shit, man? Who cares, man? And I got another precept I would like to add on. So this is the book of Proverbs 14 and 12, and it says, "There's a way that appears right, but at the end it leads to death." So you might think you got it, but you don't got it. You don't got that way. You know, it's all about your perspective, man. And one more thing I would like to add on. I got Ecclesiastes 9 and 17, right? And it says, the words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry that ruleth among fools. So you can be this guy and say all these things, but behind the scenes, like, what are you doing? You could just be acting a certain way to be seen by men, but like behind the scenes, you still doing the same things. You know, but you don't try to fool the Lord, man, because the Lord sees everything. You can do these things in the sight of women. You can do these things in the sight of men. Try to look a certain way in front of other men. Try to get that higher edge. Try to make yourself feel, more powerful or whatever. You can try to do these things, man, but the Lord sees everything, man. The Lord knows your heart, your intentions. You know, so don't be trying to do these things. Trying to and you got a lot of guys, man. They try to make their brothers look bad in front of other people, and sometimes brother needs that. Brother needs rebuke, but other times people are just doing it out of like spite. Doing it out of like just how you say it, like just like you know doing it when and this is the problem, man. If you see any guy with got woman mixed in the congregation uh with other men in their congregation, that's going off, man. And I'm just gonna say that right now. That's completely going off, man. Where you got just woman mixed with the congregation, and you got woman teaching. you know you got you got woman crept in unawares, men crept in unawares. Cause man, that's how it leads to these these adulterous you know people. You got adulterous people in the background. Talking behind your back. You got doing weird shit behind the scenes. You don't know these people intentions, so you know we gotta keep our mind on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not no fucking woman. Because on this side we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to be. You know, most of these women are just corrupted, man. So when you trying to act a certain way in front of women or try to make your brothers look bad, man, you know, the Lord gonna deal with you, man. The Lord will deal with you, you know, and it ain't gonna be a good, it ain't gonna be in a good way. Um, and yeah, so let me just pull up one more thing, and yeah, man, you know, that's pretty much it, man. You know, and I got here. Let me see one more precept. Salakia. And its final precept, it says, "Be not a hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed to what thou speakest." And yeah, man, you know, don't just be this guy that just actually do something, man. When and it's gonna lead by your actions. It's not gonna be led by what you say. You can say all these things, man, but if your fruits aren't showing, man, you're a hypocrite. You just utter things. 'Cause words don't really mean nothing at the end of the day. What you do, man, is uh, what actually shows character. You know. So yeah, I'm gonna end that right there. Lord willing, that's edifying, straight to the point. I'm gonna say call Yahweh Shimi Al Shai Bashim Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the men out there, and a few sincere women pushing this, um, following this, uh, this truth, man. All right, so.